When we see Gordon Ramsay, he's usually screaming at an incompetent chef. In fact, there are very few things other than culinary perfection that will stop him from shouting or even put a smile on his face. So we've put together a list of 8 things Chef Ramsay really enjoys.
Brilliant news!
His car. Ramsay's car is a lot nicer than yours, admit it. But he doesn't just have one, but 2 LaFerraris, a coupe and a convertible. These cars are not only insanely expensive, but the company won't actually sell one to just anybody. They're extremely limited edition. His grey LaFerrari, for example, is one of 449 ever made and was overjoyed when the company called him, accepting his request to buy one. He compares his happiness level of that moment to that of when his daughter was born. Apparently, he treats himself to a new car every time he receives a Michelin star. Being picky. Gordon can be very particular about his food. However, he does admit that he can go through an In-N-Out drive-thru twice in a row. He fancies himself as an adventurous eater and claims he'll try anything once, although the one thing he'll refuse to eat is overcooked food. In fact, he insists that you should never order anything above medium rare. Oh yeah, that and Brussels sprouts. He says the smell alone is disgusting. Cocktails. Ramsay is famous for his creative insults.
You're gonna blow fire in your face, you f***ing donkey!
But after a hard day's work, screaming insults at chefs, Ramsay likes to relax and unwind with a nice cocktail. But not just any cocktail, his trademark Wake Up You Donkey cocktail is a delicious blend of tequila, cider, honey and smoked elderflower with a lime wedge. He likes it so much he even made one for Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show, but dropped an F-bomb when tasting it and was banished to the naughty step. Traveling. Ramsay loves to travel, not only for his job, but because he believes that being exposed to new places and ideas can really open your eyes to life. As was the case when he started out as a chef, fairly confident in his own cooking skills until he travelled to France and discovered there was a lot more he didn't know about cuisine. He also believes that travel is essential to learning new techniques and building a chef's self-confidence. Grazing. Gordon Ramsay is known for his culinary skill and high standards, and one of the most frequent questions he gets asked is what does he like to eat? However, Ramsay claims that it's very rare that he'll sit down for a full 3-course meal. He apparently gets through the day by grazing different foods because he is used to being in the kitchen and is constantly tasting everything he's making. As this grazing leaves him with an appetite, when he's working he claims it inspires him to create the most delicious dish possible. Although there's nothing that Chef Ramsay likes better than snacking on a nice jellied eel. Bon appetit! Social media. Social media is an important part of our daily lives. Chef Ramsay is no different and claims to greatly enjoy posting on social media. He often makes a point of sharing who he is spending time with and where he's travelling to, like taking a selfie with his daughter's headmistress, much to the embarrassment of his daughter. When asked about being used as a meme, he says that he doesn't think of himself as an internet phenomenon. Exercise. The fact that Chef Ramsay loves to exercise might have something to do with his stance on overweight chefs already having eaten all the best bits. So he aims to keep himself in tip-top shape. Ramsay thrives under pressure and says he needs it to keep going. But he doesn't only spend time in the gym, he runs marathons, ultra-marathons and Ironman competitions. So many chefs are unable to tear themselves away from their jobs in the kitchen, and he claims that exercise helps ensure he has time for himself each day. Movies. Ramsay enjoys taking in a good film as much as the next person, and claims his favourite Disney film is Ratatouille. Bradley Cooper worked with Ramsay in the movie Burnt, where he prepared for his role as chef. Ramsay was impressed with Cooper's level of commitment, being willing to roll up his sleeves and get his hands dirty.